Why during a crisis is actually the best way to manifest. Because think about it. A crisis is when you are at your emotional high. Your awareness is so high that you can take in any detail that is around you, and you are on high alert, and your body is going through a stress response. But your reflexes is at their peak. They're actually, you don't even have to think that much. It all happens to you on a level of human nature. As a human nature, many people think that is very primitive, that it's all about, being greedy, it's all about survival, it's all about just going after what you want and etc. But if you take what really happens on a human nature level when you are going through a crisis, you can actually benefit from it. And I'm going to tell you exactly how. You're going to use this awareness that you are having right now during the crisis, and you're going to use it to your advantage. You're going to gather all of the data about something that you want to manifest. It could be a person, it could be a dream, it could be a goal. You're gonna kind of go into this tunnel vision where you'll do all kinds of research on this topic, on this person, or not in the stalkerish way. When I say you're gonna gather the data about the person, it could be like the temperament of a person, the relationship dynamic that the two of you had. And then when it comes down to your goals, you're going to go and look into what does it take to actually achieve that goal, in a realistic way. So you're going to use that tunnel vision that you're having. You're going to do all of these different researches to be able to gather the data and to come to a conclusion and understanding the steps that it will take you in order to understand it much better. It's not about getting it. It's not about doing it. You need to first understand it. You need to first understand the relationship dynamic that you and your person had. You need to first understand what goal you're trying to go for and what does it take to get to that goal. And you need to first understand the manifestation, right? Therefore, you're going to binge watch my videos so you can understand it more. And the way that I explain things, it's much more on an intuitive level. So you may not even comprehend it. You may not even see the change right away. You may not even be aware of what you need to do right away in order to see the change in your life, but you will feel it, right? So this is an intuitive perspective shift that you will be having within yourself. So not only am I regulating your nervous system while you're going through a crisis, but I'm actually helping you to redirect that human nature that's kicking in right now, your stress response, to be able to be successful, to be able to get what you want out of life, obviously for good purpose only. So after the research, I want you to also be aware that I don't want you to go into the exhaustion mode, because anytime we are in crisis and we are having this stress response, we are grieving the loss of a person you had just got broken up with, or you had to end a relationship, or you had lost your job, so now you are looking to get another job, or you're just always been someone who needed to do something entrepreneurial. You want to have a business, you want to manifest money, you want to manifest success into your life. You push yourself and you push yourself and you become exhausted. You do not create balance in your life, and that's Another thing that I want you to be able to challenge yourself with is to find the balance while you are understanding these things that you need to achieve, that you are researching on. You still have to find the balance to have a downtime, to go out with your friends, to go out to have some fun for yourself, to cater to your hobbies that has nothing to do with your goal in mind, with the dream in your mind, with the person in your mind. Because once you take away the focus from your actual dream and goal and you put it somewhere else, you're basically letting the universe do its thing for you. Because if you're the only one who's doing everything, you're not going to be able to get any help from anyone else and from the universe. And after all, you are still a human being. You're not a robot, right? And manifestation is a powerful tool, but it's also very expensive. It's not something that you could just take on all at once. You have to break it down into small tasks and into small bites to be able to understand it and to be able to conceptualize it and to be able to live it. So another thing is taking breaks in your life is super important when you are manifesting, because if you're just going after it day after day, and you should be going after it day after day, I should say, if you are just doing it all day, every day, that's when the exhaustion will come in and it will take you out clean and you will not be able to get back up. And you will get frustrated because you're feeling like, I tried, I put my all into it, but then I couldn't. It's not that you couldn't, it's because you were not able to have some fun with it. You were not able to just let go and detach and refocus on your attention to something else. While you are in this crisis, use this emotional awareness that you are having to your advantage. Pay attention to details. Make sure that when you are out and about, you are making eye contact with people. You are gathering in through all of your senses what's happening around you. You are being present with yourself and with others. You're actually manifesting it through your senses, through your presence, through your groundness, through regulating your nervous system, and etc. As you are coming out of this stress response after a breakup, because it's not going to last forever, you had already used your tunnel vision for the greater good. You did your research. You might even forgotten about it. You didn't even act on it. You might have read some books. You went through like 30 books at once and then you just forgot about it. Or you watched all of the videos and you might have forgotten about it. It's in the back of your mind. And then you go about your life and boom, an idea comes to your head. Or boom, you know exactly how to shift the dynamic between you and your person. You know the best way on how to get them back. You know the best way on how to get the job that you want. You know the best way on how to manifest. And that's exactly how it works. You have to let it cook, right? You have to let it just brood inside of your system, make it your own. Because the message I'm giving you right now, it doesn't mean that that's the message that's yours. This is my message, but I'm sharing it with you and I'm giving you the steps of the system that will help you to get to your own message, to understand your own message, to conceptualize your own manifestation. That's my gift to you. That's what I want for you. but you will have to do the work, and you will just have to implement my advice in order to be able to actually achieve manifestation. So once you do all of that, the next thing to do is to actually reward yourself. Once you have achieved something, once an idea comes into your head, don't brush it off. Try it. It doesn't mean that the first idea that comes into your head is like the smartest thing ever. It doesn't mean that the first try with your person will be the only try that you will have to do. It means that you are allowing yourself to manifest. You are allowing yourself to start the process of manifestation. And once you have that idea, once you have your own message, once you have the concept of manifestation, you need to reward yourself, because that was hard work that you had to do. Even though you were in a tunnel vision, and even though it may seem easy, even though you're like trying to brush it off, you need to give yourself the credit. And once you reward yourself, and once you continue to just making sure that you're following through with what I'm sharing with you, you'll be able to get to the point of not even thinking about it. You will be able to learn it, you will be able to live through it, and you will be able to actually manifest even when you are in crisis, and even when you feel comfortable with yourself and with how you're living, and how to be able to push yourself beyond your limits, and in between. So that's what it's all about. It's about being able to manifest throughout your whole life, through any of the ups and downs that you may be going through.